Alright, Travis Wayne Goodsell. I wasn't going to do any more videos, but I checked my analytics and made some observations that I wanted to share with you. Plus, I want to get back to watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 3. I've got a life now. My most overall popular video on this channel was the one I did on Mormon brainwashing. And most of my videos were a response to what I've been seeing, not just with the news reports, but also with other Mormons doing videos, and that's the rising generation. And so my analytics confirm this, that the rising generation isn't interested in listening to us old guys, and that's the majority of you are males in my age range, 45 to 54. There's some just before and just after, but the majority of you who watch me are in my range. We were the youth of the Noble Birthright. We all remember that, don't we? When Benson got up in 1986 in April and made that announcement in the priesthood session of General Conference on his first session, when he began. We were supposed to be the ones to prepare for the second coming. And then when Nelson took over on his first day of General Conference, he took our priesthood away. Those of us who are elders now can no longer become Melchizedek priesthood high priests, unless we are best buddies with the state president to become bishops or councilmen, or buddies with the members of the 70 who recommend us to be stake presidents. And so in Utah, we all know that it's unlikely that we're able to advance in rank, that you have to be outside of Utah to quickly rise up in rank. And what's interesting is that the brainwashing more so applies to our children who are 18 in the 20s. Those who have just graduated from high school, those who have come back from missions, they're not listening to us, or at least me. I don't know the analytics of the others of my age who are the ex-Mormons, for the most part, that I know of. I don't know of any actual Mormon adults my age, other than Brother Fulmer, maybe, my fifth cousin, 10th removed, or whatever. But no, it's the BYU students who are educating Mormons, and it's based on apologetics. The rising generation is being miseducated in Mormonism due to apologetics of the generation before us. That's the sad part, is that we called our parents hogwash and our children are going back to embracing the errors of our parents. That's what I'm recognizing. So a generation gap of education is causing great damage to the rising generation. And apologetics is making our children superstitious and idolatrous. When they go off of their feelings, their emotions, their opinions, their beliefs, when they believe whatever the church tells them to believe and they don't question it, they just say, oh, okay, the church is from God, why would they lie? And they don't stop and think. And that's the brainwashing video that I did. And so I thought that was very curious that our children are not being educated. In my case, I didn't get to raise my kids. I didn't get to educate my kids. Teach them the true Mormonism that I had researched and studied. And studying the scriptures, studying the doctrine from scripture, is a completely different process than the nonsense that apologetics have been misinforming and miseducating people with. That reading, pondering, and praying, and automatically whatever voice in your head you get, that's truth, and you don't need to go any further to confirm that truth. You know, I did the video where pondering isn't part of the requirement. You're supposed to read the Book of Mormon and then ponder how merciful the Lord has been. It has nothing to do with pondering over what you've read. People miss that. And then people take out the word manifest from that passage. And so they don't make the hint, or they don't get the hint, that it's not a matter of, oh, I get this idea in my head, therefore that's truth, and I don't need to go any further and do any further research. And so they don't make the connection in the middle of Alma, the middle of the Book of Mormon even, Alma 32, verse 28. People don't get that far, I guess. So they totally miss out on how to actually study and do research to get confirmation, produce real results that people can now know what truth is, rather than just guessing with speculation and feelings and emotions and opinions and beliefs. So I don't know the results of that. We sort of see it with Alma the Younger. The rising generation were rebellious against the church. That was somewhat our generation, wasn't it? Those of us who were born of parents who went through Vietnam or lived through Vietnam. My dad was at Berkeley during that time. But no, very, very curious. Unfortunately, all the signs have occurred and have been fulfilled, as America is now a monarchy, and people are debating over what a monarchy is. My hell. Apparently the rising generation don't care. But alright. So yeah, Nelson was turning our youth, our rising generation, into the Youth Battalion. And that's kind of scary, as we were the youth of the Noble Birthright, and now it's being taken from us, as Nelson's giving a form of birthright. It's more of enlisting them as soldiers rather than giving them leadership. Because he took it away. If he took it away from us, it means he took it away from them too, before they even get an opportunity to get anywhere. And so he's just turning them into soldiers. Spiritual killing machines. Literally. Killing people's souls with lies and fake apologetics. So, alright. I should be done from now on.